In third world countries, one of the major issues is excessive security protocols for the people in power. But when the worldly powers do something to protect someone, they make sure that the job is done. This trend of having personal men for your security is around 2,000 years old. The first protectors known to us were guards assigned to safeguard kings and leaders. The first known guards were the Praetorian Guards for the Roman generals. Other dynasties such as the Persian, Chinese, and Byzantine also used guards to keep their leaders safe. Today we're going to talk about security of one of the most important strategic presidents. Yes, we're talking about none other than Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin is a Russian politician and a former officer of the KGB who has served as president of Russia since 2012. Previously holding the position from 1999 until 2008. Background. Before jumping into his security protocol, it's necessary for you to know about Putin's life. Before becoming the president, Vladimir Putin was a secret agent and he worked for Russia's military intelligence. Not only that, Putin is super wealthy. Forbes could not even estimate his net worth, so there are theories that maybe he's the richest man on the planet. The 2015 Panama Papers revealed that Putin may obscure and bolster his fortune through proxies. Because of all this mysterious wealth and his professional career, he has a lot of enemies, and there are authentic articles on print news media on how he uses a nerve agent to kill people. His security. Putin is a man who would want himself to be protected not only from his enemies, but also from international secret predators, because he holds the key to Russian strategic policies, and we cannot ignore the fact that Russia is one of the most powerful countries in the world. Jumping into his security, he beefed up his security protocols when he took the throne. The main agency, or the company that provides security for him, is unrevealed, but about 3,000 plainclothes officers are kept for this job. These men provide Putin with top-notch services. They secure and protect him from people who try to attack him from head-on, and they secure the building he's supposed to enter before his arrival, and tons of other things to make sure that no hot air touches Mr. Putin. Just to give you guys a cheeky outlook of the strict security, these guys even follow Mr. Putin into the bathroom. Men in the task force that are meant to protect Putin are top-notch. Since it's not an easy meal to end up at the highest tier if you're starting from the bottom, Putin respects this fact and supports his Federal Protective Service officers. The Federal Protective Service, or the FSO, is a powerful, multi-purpose, and extremely secretive agency. There is hardly a more closed Russian security force, and only assumptions can be made about its activities. There is no public data about its operations, and there are no publicly available reports. The FSO had clashes with both the FSB and the Presidential Property Management Department. The battle revolved around the property of the state. The Property Management Department was in charge of sanatoriums, construction, and transport organizations, and the federal government's food plants, as well as foreign property of the state, and dozens of development projects, and the reason might be Putin. There are many legends about their mission to protect Body Number 1. For 15 years, rumors have circulated that FSO officers use a presidential body double for Putin's riskiest performances. Even when Putin is not in power, the FSO used to keep an eye on him and ensured his security that led to the Body Number 1 theory. People are very skeptical about his support, as 4 of his FSO officers became his governors, and one of them ended up as the defense minister, where he commanded special forces and was the man behind Operation Annex Crimea. This skepticism is justified, as all of a sudden, people who always remained under shadow became the focal point of all the limelight. Putin's security protocol has armored cars, drones, and even a psychological training room. The roots of his personal security trace back to the KGB, a Soviet secretive agency. The men from the KGB are trained insanely to perform the best during critical circumstances. Sometimes these guards are dressed in their dedicated suits, but most of the time they're in civilian clothing, intermingling with the masses and keeping their professional identity undiscoverable. If a man of Putin's caliber is traveling, his car must also be super protective. Putin travels in a bomb-proof limousine, and apart from that, he wanted a wholly Russian-built car instead of Mercedes and Rolls-Royce of the day, which opened doors for a company named Urus. And Urus is now manufacturing such cars in the Middle East and is a direct competitor to all the luxury car manufacturers across the globe. One such car unit, like the one Putin possesses, costs around 192 million US dollars and took years to develop. The Aurus Putin uses can withstand sniper bullets and chemical gases. The car has an inbuilt highly advanced communication system so that Mr. Putin always is in contact with someone who is supposed to make sure that he is safe and sound. The windows in these cars have retractable blinds, but for the occupant to know about what is happening outside, there are cameras to project all real-time incidents outside the car right into his screen. The car weighs around 6 tons and features an emergency exit in the rear. Not all the time rich people like Putin like to travel on the road. The plane Putin uses for this purpose is also highly secured. It features every luxury we can imagine. It has a conference room for the president to make addresses when he's on board. For security purposes, this plane has 87 phones and has the ability to be refueled while being in the air. The plane also features highly advanced communication gear and a defense system against predatory missile attacks. Even this plane costs around 5.2 billion US dollars. Putin's security protocol has been responsible for GPS spoofing, rather he carries a mobile device that jams GPS signals. U.S. intelligence affirmed that a high-level maritime security threat is imposed whenever such spoofing comes into play. According to critics, Vladimir Putin cannot even exist if he's not the president because he is very important strategically and because of his enemies. He will be an easy target without his presidential security. People suggest that this is one of the reasons why he increased the number of consecutive tenures. Before the parliamentary amendment, he could stay as president till 2024. But now, if he keeps winning elections, he can remain president until 2036. People are highly skeptical about Putin's policies, and there are concrete reasons for that. His strategic policies are absurd toward the masses who believe in democracy. He once confided to an interviewer that he plans to live a private life. Due to the recent COVID-19 outbreak and the trend of social distancing it's imposed on everyone, it's not only a protective measure for Russians, they believe that even after the pandemic, the policies will remain strict and people will remain confined, as according to such critics, Putin wants to convert Russia into a highly policed place like the old Soviet Union. But all these are mere speculations, and no one knows what is going to happen in the future. This outbreak also offers an opportunity to examine the capabilities of Russia's expanding surveillance apparatus and gives Vladimir Putin a chance to prove his indispensability. So guys, that was everything we know about Vladimir Putin's insane security. Mr. Putin's grand bargain with the Russians was to provide stability, competent governance, and superior respect on the world stage at the cost of fewer democratic rights. The public support of the bargain has slipped in recent years amid declining incomes and anger over official corruption. Do let us know if you guys have more information, but obviously from reliable sources, as we would love to feature your content and keep you updated. What opinions do you have about Putin's Russia? Is this overwhelming security intriguing? Would you be able to survive in such a lack of privacy? We're eager to know about your opinions on the video, so please use the comments section or contact us on provided email addresses. Your suggestions play a vital role in helping us create better content for you, so do not forget to give your feedback. If you guys like our content, do give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, as we'll make sure to bring a lot of interesting content right to your screen. See you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.